Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Holland's Classroom. And this video is kinda, sorta, not really a teaching video, but it kinda is. I know it's kind of confusing, but here's what I mean. Something that my friends and I did in class over the past 2 days has really helped me to understand some of the things that we do as far as reading goes. Now, when you guys hear reading, sometimes you think, oh, that's that boring thing that we have to do at school. And for the most part, I agree. I'm not really much of a reader just to read for fun, but I am a reader when it comes to things that I really need to know or want to know. I definitely read things that interest me. So, first thing when we talk about reading, you should really find what you're interested in. And so, when it comes to things like penguins, you're like, well, what does this have to do with penguins? When it comes to with penguins, we think of certain things when we think about penguins. We think about it's cold and they waddle around, but there are other little details that we don't really think about when we think of penguins. So, if you ever come up to a topic where you're like, really, I already know about this, try to find something that you don't already know. Here's what I mean. My friends and I this week, we were talking about penguins, right? And so we were reading a book about penguins, and it talked about things that they do, things that they are, all that kind of stuff. And we just started jotting down some of the stuff that we learned. For instance, they live by the ocean normally. They swim and stuff like that. You probably knew they swim, but it's important to know that they have to live by an ocean. So would they live in Ohio? Probably not. They're birds. They live in the cold, and they also live in warm places. They can't breathe underwater, so they can't just stay underwater as long as they want to. Animals can hunt penguins, so they don't always just eat. They sometimes get eaten. They can leap out of the water. They huddle for warmth. And so those are some of the things we jotted down. We also talked about how they eat food with their beak, like shrimp, small fish, squid. There's even krill. If you don't know what krill is, look it up. We talked about how they use their wings. They don't fly, but they use them to swim. They use their bellies to go tobogganing, like sledding. They have web feet to help them swim. So we jotted down these ideas and things that we learned. And then we read another book about penguins, and it had some other information. So what I said was, okay, well, we already know and have all these ideas and new things that we know about penguins. Let's see if this book talks about things that are the same and things that are different. So we took two books about penguins, we compared them, and we said, oh, well, this one says they're birds, and it says that they don't fly. So we put a star next to those. And then we came down to some that were like, no, this wasn't in the other book, so it was something new. So we wrote down like penguins have blubber, kind of like how whales do and polar bears. It's this layer of fat that helps keep them warm when they're in a very cold place. Penguins lay eggs. That wasn't in the other book. And baby penguins are called chicks. That wasn't in the other book either. So we used those little facts to learn more about penguins. So by the end of it, we were able to tell each other something that we didn't already know about penguins. Just kind of like how they use their feathers to blend in. I didn't know that. It's like a camouflage. When there are birds that are trying to get the penguins from up top and they're looking down in the ocean, they can't see them because of their black feathers. It's dark. But all the animals that are swimming underneath them that are looking up to find the penguins, they can't see them because they look up and they think this is the sky. I didn't know that. So that's where reading can be very interesting, even though we think it's boring sometimes. So you just have to have that mindset of, I already know about penguins, but is there something that I'm going to learn that's new about penguins? Because those are called interesting facts, and people always like to hear about interesting facts. So all that being said, if you have the opportunity to find a book about penguins, or it doesn't have to be about penguins, it could be about anything. We're going to be talking about polar bears. We're going to be talking about snow. Those might seem like some boring things, but I bet you there's something interesting that you don't know about those things yet. So feel free to do some digging, check that stuff out. But until next time, I will see you later. Bye, everyone. everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also if you like these videos, check out some of the other videos that I have. But until next time, I will see you later. Bye everyone.